So one of the injuries that we've been seeing more often in baseball now is the Thoracic Outlet Syndrome. And while we hear this word a lot, this phrase a lot about the injury and see people diagnosed with the injury, I don't think the general public really understands what exactly is happening. So to talk about that in a little bit more detail, we brought in our chiropractor, Dr. Casey, who's also a specialist in active release technique, ART, to discuss the details of what exactly is going on.
So in our typical thoracic outlet syndrome patient, they present with numbness and tingling down their arm and sometimes all the way down into their fingers. This is a result of a compression of the neurovascular bundle as it exits the neck and travels down the arm. The reason that neurovascular bundle becomes compressed is because a lot of times we have a tight upper trap and levator scapulae muscle. Those two muscles sit right here on the shoulder. Also the scalene muscles that sit here on the front of the neck, and then also the subclavius. What that does is it takes that space, when those are tight, it takes that space that neurovascular bundle travels through and makes it smaller, resulting in that numbness and tingling.
So we're basically compressing the nerve and cutting off the feeling that we get down the arm.
Correct.
The nuts and bolts of it right there?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things that we see that may lead to that, we don't have any scientific proof of this, but just looking at some of the exercises that most pitchers, throwers, overhead throwers do on a regular basis, it's kind of a 90-degree external rotation or any kind of upper scap trap work. So we want to make sure that we're not exacerbating the problem or causing the problem when doing these exercises. So one of the simple things we try to do with our external rotation is add a little bit of scapular depression. So some of the things that we look at to take away from the upper trap is low trap, and also make sure the rotator cuff's strong enough and working in the right position. So something as simple as putting a band under your arm. I only have 4 pounds on it right here. I'm going to start in a 90-degree position with my elbow, pull down a little bit so I feel a little activation. It's going to feel like lat, but right in that low trap area, pull down, and then I'm going to complete the external rotation nice and slow in this manner right here while keeping that shoulder blade pulled down towards my hip. So by doing this, we should be able to keep the upper trap turned off and keep that area open a little bit more, correct?
Correct. Yes, by having that band trying to elevate your shoulder, you're actually able to depress the shoulder and activate that lower part of the trap, which helps loosen up those tight muscles in the upper part of the shoulder.
So one of the great things we've seen recently in baseball is the use of Jaeger bands, cross-symmetry bands, these sort of things across the scale, starting in high school, middle schoolers, all the way up to professionals, which is awesome. And the products themselves are great products, but we want to make sure that everyone's using them right. Doing an external rotation in the wrong technique is no different than doing a deadlift in the wrong way. We want to make sure that all of our concentration and focus is technique, whether we're doing something small or big.